Hey everybody, guess what? I just found out. I'm on Netflix. I mean, really, really, I'm on Netflix. I can't believe it, but I am on Netflix. What happened was I was on my way home from work. My cousin called me and he said, "Hey, check it out, man. We're on Netflix." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "We're on Netflix." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And I'm still driving, so I can't look it up at this time. So he said, "Nah, you got to check it out." So he texted me the episode. So if you go to Netflix and right now Netflix has a special they're doing on called Mr. McMahon. It's on Vince McMahon with the WWF and WWE back in the day with WWF, and 27 minutes into the episode, the first episode, 27 minutes into the first episode, they're doing an interview with Tony Atlas, and Tony Atlas was a former wrestler from back in the day, and he makes a comment: if you really want to know what's going on in the world, you just needed to watch wrestling because we would show you and tell you because the skits was based off of things that was going on in the world. Well, when this is before WrestleMania even won, WrestleMania 1 hadn't even started yet. So had you looked at the world at that time, wrestling had it where you had it was like the United States versus the foreign wrestlers. So you had like Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik and Roddy Piper. They were the bad side. And then you had the good side was like Hulk Hogan and Bob Backlund. And then even Mr. T, because this again is before WrestleMania. So Mr. T was even out there wrestling at that time. So Tony Atlas makes a comment, and then they go to these two little kids standing in line at a wrestling match. And they talking to the younger kid, he's probably about 9 or 10 years old at the time. And he says, what wrestler do you hate or don't like? And the kid, he was looking and he didn't. So an older kid, probably 13, 14-year-old, was reaching down and looking, whispering in his ear, say the Sheik. So the younger kid said, the Sheik. And then the guy comes back and he says, why you don't like the Sheik? So then the older kid again, feeding the younger kid, because he's from another country, man. But those kids, that was me, the older kid, feeding the younger kid. That was us. But the blowout part of all of this, the part that's so crazy and wild, that was 39 years ago. 39 years ago. So, like, what's the chances of them finding a clip of two little boys, young boys, 13, 14, 10, 9, 10, and they find us making that comment of, we don't like a certain person because he's from another country, just to fit with someone else's comment in an interview about how wrestling used to depict what was going on in the world. Crazy. 27 minutes into the first episode, you'll find me and my cousin being interviewed at that time. 39 years? That is freaking amazing. But then I started thinking as I'm watching the episode and I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow. I said, if I was running for office, just imagine, if I was trying to be a politician or any type of office, and they were like, well, Big Jack doesn't like foreigners, listen to what he said. And it's like, because he's from another country. I don't think that way. But what I started thinking is the more content that we create, the more things we put out there, you really got to watch what you're saying. And you got to make sure that whatever you're saying, you're going to stand on, because 39 years later, it can come back on you. I couldn't even remember doing that interview. I remember going to the match, but I don't remember that someone was interviewing us and things like that. But 39 years later, that one thing of, I don't like this person because he's from another country. I don't feel that way. I probably didn't feel that way then. It was just more, that's what the media put out to us. That's what we were hearing as kids. And that's what that's the hype that you would get. But at the same time, start really watching what you're saying. Start really, paying attention to what you're putting out there, the content. Because if it doesn't go away, if somebody shares that content or saves that content or whatever that you're putting out today, 39 years later, it might come back. So just watch what you're saying, watch what you're doing, and enjoy life. But hey, if you want to check it out, it's 27 minutes into the first episode of Mr. McMahon on Netflix. You're going to see me feeding my cousin some information. But until next time, thank you for letting me share. You have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.